Although the enormous Jormungandr may be unique, two world serpents can be seen briefly wandering the Nine Realms in God of War Ragnarök. While the recent God of War duology from Sony Santa Monica took some artistic license with the Old Norse mythology to tell its compelling story of a father and son bonding on an epic journey across the Nine Realms, Kratos and Atreus still encountered many important characters and creatures from the old legends, including the great world serpent Jormungandr. In the acclaimed God of War, where he resides in Midgard's Lake of Nine and guards Tyr's temple, players are first introduced to Jormungandr as he appears in the God of War series. Warning: this video contains God of War Ragnarök spoilers. The God of War's world serpent reportedly mysteriously appeared in the Lake of Nine one day, and has since gotten big enough to encircle all of Midgard, according to the fallen goddess Freya. On their journey to Jotunheim, Kratos and Atreus come across Jormungandr several times. Oddly enough, despite the boy having never seen the creature before, Jormungandr seems to hold some sort of familiarity with Atreus, and the boy eventually learns to speak with the world serpent in his ancient tongue. This could be explained by Atreus' own giant ancestry, since Jormungandr was regarded as a protector of the last remaining Jotnar in Midgard after they were expelled from their home by Thor and the other Aesir. Jormungandr's origin is revealed in God of War Ragnarök. The designated storyteller for God of War, Mimir, explains that Jormungandr and Thor are mortal rivals and that a prophecy claims that the world serpent and God of Thunder will fight once more during Ragnarök, the rumored conflict that will supposedly lead to Asgard's demise. As its name implies, God of War Ragnarök sees this foretold conflict take place, but there is a startling twist that occurs before the event that reveals Jormungandr's relationship to both Thor and Atreus and makes it possible for two versions of the mighty snake to coexist at the same time. As the God of War Ragnarök incarnation of Loki, Atreus seeks out the world serpent near the start of Ragnarök in an effort to learn more about his destiny. However, Jormungandr is hibernating as a result of the harsh Fimbulwinter that has overtaken the realm. Ironwood. The snake only momentarily awakens and replies cryptically to the boy before resuming his sleep. Atreus later finds himself inexplicably transported to Jotunheim, where he meets and befriends a young giant named Angrboda. By chance, the two arrive in the Ironwood region where Angrboda asks Atreus to assist her in saving a wolf from having its soul stolen by her grandmother Gryla. The two come across a large snake that has recently had its soul drained while on this rescue mission. Atreus injects the creature with one of the lost giant's souls from God of War Ragnarök in an effort to revive it. Atreus and Angrboda wonder if their unconventional ritual actually worked when the now resurrected snake simply slithers away. Later, Angrboda observes that the snake in Muspelheim is expanding quickly, which leads Atreus and the player to believe that it might be a young version of the legendary world serpent. During Ragnarök, a younger Jormungandr achieves his destiny. The world serpent makes a comeback to fight Thor during the final assault on Asgard, just as the prophecies predicted, while Jormungandr is largely absent from the rest of God of War Ragnarök. As they watch this battle, Kratos and Mimir observe that this Jormungandr is not the one from Midgard, which supports Atreus' suspicions that this is the snake he revived back in Ironwood. However, he decides against explaining everything to his father and Mimir at the time because stopping Odin is a more urgent issue. Eventually, the world serpent is struck in the head by Thor with the powerful Mjolnir hammer of the God of War, which causes it to vanish and sends the snake back in time to the Lake of Nine, where he first appeared centuries before the events of the God of War series due to a fracture in the world tree. Yggdrasil. Freya observes that Jormungandr is still sleeping in the Lake of Nine even after it is said that he vanished during the fight with Thor after Ragnarök has subsided and peace has returned to the Nine Realms. Kratos and Mimir discover the truth about the world serpent's creation and Atreus' part in it in this location. Mimir surmises that the soul Atreus used to resurrect the beast was from a giant who already despised the God of Thunder, which is obvious given that Thor nearly wiped out the Jotnar on Odin's orders years prior to the events of God of War Ragnarök. This adds another layer to Jormungandr and Thor's rivalry. It's interesting how the world serpent was the product of Atreus and Angrboda in the original Norse mythology that God of War Ragnarök is based on, and how this revelation that Atreus and Angrboda essentially created Jormungandr is a twist on that. Due to Atreus' ritual of resurrection and Yggdrasil's time-bending abilities, there were two world serpents during God of War Ragnarök, the smaller Jormungandr, who participated in the titular battle, and the older, larger Jormungandr, who spent the entire time in hibernation in the Lake of Nine because he had already completed his role in Ragnarök. The Norse mythology saga of God of War may become more muddled as a result of this strange plot development, but it is still an intriguing turn that explains why the monster seemed to like Atreus so much and why it hated Thor so much that it attacked the thunder god in the game's titular final battle, Ragnarök. Thank you for watching. Please like and subscribe and support my channel.